It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, it is Wednesday, and man, today's the day where I think it starts to feel like fall a little bit.
I know. It might, summer might be gone for good, you know?
It may be. We're going to be in the 70s with some rain, so it's going to really feel fallish. Of course, after this, you can catch up with the forecast. Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather will be on after this, wherever you get your podcast. But for now, we've got the news.
All right. The city of Springfield is adding 7 more cameras to the 21 that they already have in place around town to track license plates. Each of the cameras identify vehicle license plates and then run them through their database. And if there's an issue, then they can go be notified and start looking for that vehicle, like if it's something, a stolen car. The city council voted unanimously to accept nearly $20,000 from the State Department of Public Safety to buy the cameras.
I guess that's it's just a surveillance world now, right? We live in where it's cameras everywhere. Everything's on camera. So
no reasonable expectation of privacy anymore. Yeah. Really anywhere. I mean, we live. The court would have to decide that, but that's how it's phrased. That's the wording. Right. Okay. A trial date is set now for January on a development that's planned for the northwest corner of Sunshine and National. This one has been in the news quite a bit. Specifically, the trial deals with 100-year-old deed restrictions on properties in the University Heights neighborhood. Some residents there accuse the developers of violating deed restrictions on some of the lots that they now own. The developers want to build a multi-story apartment building with retail and restaurant space on the ground floor.
Yeah,
but it's been tied up in some legal battles, and it is not yet over. So we'll keep you posted.
Months, and I believe that's just one of the lawsuits. I think there's more than one, but we'll see. A Monette police officer, meanwhile, is recovering after being injured on duty. The officer was sitting in a squad car on the shoulder of the road in Monette when somebody hit the officer's vehicle from behind. The officer and the driver of the vehicle that hit the patrol car both suffered moderate injuries, but expected to be okay.
All right.
Last night, Branson police officers and firefighters visited several neighborhoods, meeting with residents, part of National Night Out. It's an annual event to improve relationships between the public and law enforcement. A big part of it is showing kids that they don't have to be afraid of police by getting police out in the neighborhoods, shooting hoops, having hot dogs, whatever they do. It's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Missouri State University President Cliff Smart delivered his final State of the University address this week. He retires next year after more than 12 years as president at MSU. He talked about record enrollment, record-setting fundraising campaigns, and more during his 20-minute address. The university is starting to look for his replacement. He is beloved indeed. So off he goes. Kind of wild. Be weird to be in such a demanding job for that long and then to be gone, I don't know what he's going to do with his time yet. Larson Heating, Air, and Plumbing is now owned by a company based in Springdale, Arkansas. The former Springfield company is now part of Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. 30 Larson employees moved over to the new company.
La 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 Larson, la 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 Larson, la 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 Larson.
Their jingle works apparently because Ethan knows the commercial.
Our kids do.
And what's funny is I don't. Yeah, so
our kids do it in the car sometimes.
Yeah.
I wonder if the commercials are going to go bye.
I don't know. Maybe it's going to say Paschal Heating and Air. I don't know.
Not quite as catchy.
All right, I agree.
This is a big deal. Former Speaker of the House, now former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Yesterday, he was Speaker of the House. Now the first ever Speaker to be ousted from the job in a vote on the House floor. Democrats and a handful of Republicans voted to remove McCarthy, Republican, from the Speaker position. That position is now vacant until Republicans can come up with a replacement to be voted on. The California Republican was criticized by conservatives in his own party for some of his deals with Democrats. We'll see what happens. I don't know. A company on Earth is now the very first ever to be fined for littering in space. Dish Network is paying a $150,000 fine for not properly throwing away a satellite. The satellite was launched in 2002, and Dish planned to remove it from service and was doing so, but it ran out of fuel before it got to the area of space where they can legally dump it. So the FCC issued that fine, which
is really wild.
It's funny. My guess is it's cheaper to pay the $150,000 fine than actually throw that thing away. I bet it's involved.
There's so many questions that I have.
I read a little bit more about it. What they were supposed to do was from its position where it functions as a dish satellite for TV. They were supposed to send it 300 kilometers away, and it got like 122 kilometers away and died. Oh. So now I don't know if it's in the way of anything else.
Does it later fall to the earth as debris and like land on somebody's head? I mean, what's the?
Yeah, I left that out of the story. I didn't think anybody would be interested in that. No, it doesn't fall from the sky.
Well, are you sure?
It's going to hang out.
I don't know. All right.
That would be the lead. That look out, a satellite is going to fall on your head. That would have been.
Well, I mean, I would think, but there have been things, meteorites. There have been things that have fallen from the sky.
Well, this isn't supposed to. It's just supposed to hang
warning.
out there. Hang out there in gravityless zones. I don't know.
Okay. All right, back here on Earth now. Chinese fast food restaurant Panda Express is now offering its first ever dessert. It is an apple pie roll. That's interesting. You can think of it apparently as an egg roll, except for not quite.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like shredded cabbage. Or instead of shredded cabbage, it is apple pie. Right. Apple pie filling with cinnamon sugar on the outside.
It's wrapped
it sounds pretty tasty, but I love Panda, but I can't really imagine getting dessert at Panda for any reason.
If you'd seen a picture of this thing like I did, you would be in line for dessert because it looks fantastic. Okay. Get some ice cream with that. It'd be a delight. A delight.
I'll take your word for it. Did you say delight? Hey, we should get married.
It would be an absolute delight.
We should get married because that's what I said. All right. Today is National Taco Day. How about that? To celebrate, Taco Bell is offering its Taco Lovers Pass, a digital deal in which you pay $10 for 30 consecutive days of tacos, which sounds also fantastic. You do have to sign up through the app today to get that deal. So if you want to do it, you can do that. Then you use the app to get one taco a day for 30 days.
That ain't a bad deal.
It's not. I mean, they're great, but I don't know if you should go on a 30-day in a row Taco Bell diet.
Listen, if you get 10 tacos over the course of 30 days, then you've already made your money back, as I see it. You can get the good tacos. You can get Crunchy Taco Supreme, which why would you get a Crunchy Taco when you're allowed to get a Supreme? So you get the Supreme. Soft Taco Supreme. Spicy potato soft taco, which sounds strange to me. Haven't had that. Doritos Locos tacos.
He's going through the menu. It's happening.
I'm just telling you the variety of taco. You can only get some, but I'm almost done. Doritos Locos Taco Supreme, which again, or a brand new breakfast taco. It's a toasted breakfast taco that won't even be out. That won't even be out to the general public until the 12th of this month. So we've got another week, more than a week.
If you could go to any fast food restaurant, it had to be fast food, to any fast food restaurant and eat lunch there every single day, and it was going to be free. Because you know me, I'm a cheapskate. I don't like to spend money on food. So it was going to be free no matter where you went. Where would you go? Has to be fast food.
Boy, I'd have to put some thought into that. There's a lot of strategies involved.
Wouldn't have to think about it.
But I think, would you do Brahms?
No. I mean, I like Brahms, but if it was going to be like lunch for 30 days in a row and I didn't want to be 30 pounds heavier, I would do Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I love them, but they're so expensive. I mean, join the club. They're no pricier than every other place on earth right now, it seems. But there are so many days where I'm like, ooh, I would love to go get a smoothie. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. They're $10, not really, but 9 something or ish, close to that, whatever they are. They're pricey. But that's what I would do. That's where I would go if I could go anywhere for free for 30 days.
I'm thinking there's a lot of options. You really have to think this through because you got to have a solid strategy for your month. Because you want a variety over the course of that month.
Do you?
That's tough. Well, yeah,
I don't know.
Burger every day.
No, but I mean, if you could like do Chick-fil-A and you could get nuggets.
But then you're eating chicken every day.
Grilled chicken, chicken salad, soup. You could do Jimmy John's. You love Jimmy
Cajun
John's.
shrimp.
You could do a number 1, then a number 2, then a number 3, then a number 11, which is my personal favorite. Anyway, I thought it'd be easier for you than that. I'm a little surprised.
No, I'd have to. I think if you're putting me on the spot, which clearly you are, I think I would go. I'd go Chick-fil-A because I can get different. It's all chicken, but they have good salads, so I could mix it up with a salad every now and then.
Right.
They have pretty good sides. And
maybe someone from Chick-fil-A or Tropical Smoothie Cafe will take pity on us and say, you know what? You guys come get lunch for 30 days on us. Maybe? You think?
The only issue, we have to eat it during the podcast every day.
Perfect. For me, it wouldn't be so bad if it were Tropical Smoothie. So, okay, well, we'll let you go on that note. Taco Bell people, get the app. Do it.
That's actually a good question. I might have a better answer for you tomorrow as I think this through for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Honestly.
You know what? Bated breath. I will be waiting with bated
and you know what? I have a contender. I have another contender. I won't mention it now.
All right.
But I'm really thinking hard about something else.
We'll revisit it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah. See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday morning. We are talking rain chances in the Ozarks today. So kind of a change of pace for us. We have not seen a whole lot of that in the forecast over the last couple of weeks. And now the rain is back, and I think it's going to be a widespread area that has the chance for rain showers and parts of the Ozarks that are expecting the heavy rain. This time it's the southern Ozarks areas well south of Highway 60 down into northern Arkansas. That's who's going to get the heavy rainfall out of this storm system, but it begins today. It lasts through this afternoon, through this evening, and even through the first part of your Thursday before this round of rain and storms moves on out of here. The headlines for you are that rain and storms are coming along with a cold front this afternoon. And while I don't expect severe weather, I think there will be some thunder and lightning with this. And the real risk is going to be for the excessive rainfall for parts of the Ozarks, which is going to be our southern half. Rain continues, though, through the afternoon and tonight. So you need the rain gear not just for the morning drive, but all afternoon, even into tonight. Temperatures this morning are very mild. We are starting the day in the 60s, but we won't move a whole lot. I'm talking mid 70s for highs today because of the rain cooled air. I'm going to hold on to a lot of that cloud cover in the forecast through the course of the day. And that is also going to allow temperatures to stay rather cool for us on this Wednesday. The setup, well, I'm watching a cold front march eastward, and some low pressure has developed along this front today. That's actually going to slow that front down as it drags through our region, allowing for the slow and steady rain chances to be pretty persistent. It's pretty much Wednesday. It's the washout day in the forecast. Thursday, I think we have some rain around early, especially in some of our eastern counties. And then that cold front drags east of the area late in the day on Thursday, taking the rain chances with it. But we have a soggy couple of days in the forecast for you with high temperatures in the mid 70s and the rainy conditions. It's going to be feeling a whole lot more fall-like in the Ozarks. High rainfall totals too for the southern Ozarks. I want to highlight this because I think there will be a few spots that need to look out for some flooding potential here. Really Really, this is going to be down mainly in northern Arkansas, but I want to let you know that 1 to 3 inches of rainfall are possible there. We are talking much lighter amounts up along I-44. I'm thinking anywhere from a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. And then even further north in central Missouri, places that really need the rain that are locked in with the drought conditions. Well, those are going to be the lightest rainfall totals. They'd be lucky to get close to a ½ inch up Lake of the Ozarks and points northward. So all the rain this time is going to be heading back into northwest Arkansas, all the way down into portions of southeastern Oklahoma and northeastern Texas. That's who's getting the washout with this round of rain and storms coming through. I'm actually watching 2 frontal boundaries that are going to be pushing through. The first one, of course, comes through today. Then we've got a second that comes through for the weekend. This is going to be the one late in the work week, providing a big time cool down to the Ozarks. Much, much colder temperatures by Friday, lasting through the weekend. We're talking low 60s for highs. Low temperatures, I kid you not, could be in the 30s this weekend. That is going to be frost potential for the first time this fall season. And it is a little bit early. So keep that in mind. If you have sensitive vegetation that's outdoors, you might want to bring it in or cover it up. This is going to be Saturday night into Sunday morning. That's when I'm expecting low temperatures to be anywhere from 35 degrees to 40 degrees, which is cold. I mean, that's not even chilly. That's just downright cold for the weekend. Something to keep in mind this weekend. If you have anything going on outdoors, prepare for the chilly weather. Bonfire weather is really what's happening for us this weekend, and that frost potential. So if you already bought the mums, set them outside, you might just want to bring them in. Keep them nice and warm on Saturday night into early Sunday morning, because those minimum temperatures will dip anywhere from 35 to 39 degrees is what's in the forecast. While a hard freeze is not expected, some sensitive plants will be at risk of a frost. So cover them up or bring them in the house. That is going to be the early headline for you for the weekend forecast. Temperatures today. I'm saying a high temperature of 75 degrees in Springfield. We've got cloud cover, rain, and thunderstorms in the forecast. Lows tonight will be comfortable. The cloud cover will keep us pretty warm. It kind of acts like a blanket during the overnight hours, and it'll keep that low temperature in the low 60s once again. We're right back into the mid 70s once again on Thursday with a few chances for rain and storms, especially early. They will be exiting the Ozarks, though, tomorrow, and then we see the sunshine join us again just in time for the weekend. Temperatures start to really cool off, though. So we could have a high temperature in the 60s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday looks to be the coolest day with a high temperature just barely making it to 60 degrees. And the coldest night, of course, is going to be Saturday night into Sunday morning when I warned you of that potential frost. That's the coldest night in the forecast, but we've got a couple chilly nights here ahead. We're in the 60s tonight, 60s tomorrow night, and then 50s as we head into Friday morning. We drop down to the low 40s on Saturday morning, 30s and 40s for Sunday morning. So a couple of cold nights here ahead in the Ozarks. All right, it's time to get to that brain twister question sponsored by Scooters Coffee. This morning, we are talking about the chilly weather here, but the brain twister question, here it is. This is the one that I left you with yesterday. What car sold more than 1 million units in 1965, setting a record that still stands today? The options that I gave you were the Pontiac GTO, B, the Ford Thunderbird, or C, the Chevrolet Impala. And congratulations if you were one of the few that guessed this one right. It is actually C, the Chevrolet Impala. And yes, this record still stands today. Popular car, and there hasn't been one since as popular. If you were curious, by the way, it is the 1927 Ford Model T that was the first car to ever achieve 1 million sales. A lot of units sold, of course, of the Ford Model T, but it is the 1965 Chevrolet Impala that sold more than 1 unit in 1965. I didn't realize that it was that old of a model that came out in 1965. So news to me. Here is your brain twister question that I will leave you with today. Don't forget, this is now worth $20 to Scooters Coffee. Every single day, you could win a $20 gift card. So how this works, you head over to the Around the Ozarks website. You enter that you want to say, I want to answer or take a guess at the brain twister question for the day. All correct guesses are then entered into a pool for a raffle every single day. The winner gets $20 to scooters every single morning. Well worth your time. And here's your question for tomorrow. The tradition of jack-o'-lanterns comes from where? Do you think it is A, the United States, B, Ireland, C, France, or D, Great Britain? The tradition of jack-o'-lanterns. Where do you think that originated? You can take your guess. Head on over to aroundtheozarks.com, answer our brain twister question for the day, and you could win $20 to scooters. Start your morning off right. I know I'm starting with a cup of coffee early this morning, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Everybody stay safe in the rain chances, rain showers. Make sure you have the rain gear with you, and if you're heading out the door right now, headlights on if those windshield wipers are on. I'll catch you tomorrow morning.